So, hi, I'm good. I'm here to show you my unarmed build. This uses Doriani's Fist and a stat stick to amp its damage a little bit. You could do this build with face breakers and like a more powerful shaper stat stick, and that would probably be a much better character. But we're using a Doriani's Fist, which just got nerfed massively. The amount it got nerfed is basically the equivalent of almost 2 level 20 Wrath gems. So a little bit of a damage penalty compared to what it could have been with some legacy versions of these things. So Yahoo! Anyways, yeah, Doriani's Catalyst, also a decent stat stick. This thing has minion damage, but minion damage is actual damage if you have the spiritual aid node. Get that spirit damage in. I've got these damage taken gains mana rings, which counteract the downside of taking Hierophant as a Scion. Which gives you Mind Over Matter. Not enough to actually do anything useful, just enough to annoy the hell out of you. So, yeah, and then just jewels that give lightning damage, some useful effects like Blind, Totem Taunt, or chance to taunt enemies on hit with attacks, lightning damage and damage penetration, and then just stock standard gear after that, with just the stats you would kind of expect. And a Death's Oath. This is just a generally pretty good chest for this, I guess. It's got attack speed. You know, if you don't need resistances, it's pretty good. We can just go with a regular old map here. So yeah, what is there to talk about with this character? So on my stat stick, quote unquote, I'm missing one of the main bonuses of actually using stat sticks back in the day, which is the dual wield bonus, because apparently dual wielding your fist with a weapon does not count as dual wielding. So we actually don't have any dual wielding bonuses, which means we have no block and no attack speed bonus, which really negates basically all of the benefits of even using a stat stick for this particular build. I think maybe with face breakers and a shaper stat stick with a whole bunch of damage conversion stuff, you could probably get a lot more out of that thing. Yeah. But you can get some interesting mods on this, like trigger a socketed spell when you use a skill. Well, thanks, Einhar. We are best friends. I don't even know what to caption. Anyways, like trigger a socketed spell and use the skill. For some reason, totems don't trigger this, because logic, I guess. But if you use a shout or some other stuff, you can trigger all sorts of stuff. So I have conductivity, molten shell, and lightning golem in there. So I can proc these three things: phase run, vortex, and rallying cry, all at the same time, and that'll trigger basically 6 effects instantaneously. So poof, get a lot of spells out that way of useful effects. So you can stack a whole bunch of interesting buffs without a whole lot of cast speed delay. Beyond that, basically what you would expect. As for deeps, we got 40k, 33k, and that's with Ruthless and like 50 penetration, and I'm dead. And that basically sums up the video. It's not very good. You know, you can actually raise the damage by, instead of doing this, you simply put on entirely different gloves, and then you just put on, say, a weapon like Doriani's Catalyst, like 22.2, ba-boom, 28.8. So it's basically, this build's pointless. You shouldn't have even watched this. Yeah, see you later.